Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everyone. It is June 3rd. Oh, let me turn this music off. June 3rd, 2026, and it is time for Good Morning Coffee and Talk, and I'm going to shut my door. I'm Dolly. This is the Wolf Girl Oracle, and I'm so glad you're here. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me go up to the top here. Good morning, Katie. Katie says it's a beautiful morning here in the old Pueblo. And Chrissy is here. Good morning, Chris Taz Naughty. Good morning. I am glad to see you guys. How are you, says Taz? And Katie says, I am real good. And you? And then she says, yay! Hey, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning here too. I'd almost rather it wasn't a beautiful morning. I almost wish that it was just pouring rain, but it looks like we're going to get some on Friday. So I am visualizing the water just pouring down over me, soaking me, taking my spikes right out of my head. Because we need that kind of rain. We really do. My allergies have been terrible because of this drought, and we really need the rain. Barbara's here. Good morning, Barb. How are you? Tackle hug. Love and light all lurking kind of quiet this morning. That's okay. You can be quiet. We love you however way you come, honey. Katie said we called Tucson the old Pueblo because they have found ruins here that go back 2,000 years to the Hohokam people, and their dwellings were made out of adobe or Pueblo. That's cool. Yeah, I've seen some of the ruins there in Tucson and in that surrounding area, the Pueblo people in general. I think that's pretty cool. We have, we're so wet here in Wisconsin that pretty much anything that our native peoples made has disappeared, because they use such natural materials. Everything just kind of disappears. But there's always the good old, hey, here's where a campfire was finding, and here's arrowheads and stone tools and stuff like that, sometimes bones, every now and then, in some of the peat bogs out there, they'll pull up like part of a mammoth, or something. So we do have stuff here too. Oh, Kelly's here. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? It is good to see you this morning. Teresa, I'll be listening, but in the kitchen. Uh-oh, what is Teresa baking? Uh-oh, we're all going to Teresa's after this because she bakes up a storm. And I can't bake. I can cook, but baking like sweets and stuff like that, I'm not so good at that. I've gotten okay at bread. I'm pretty good at bread, but making sweet stuff, that hasn't ever been my jam. Maybe I just need to try more. I don't know. But we're all on diets in the house, so now I don't want to do it, Oh, yeah. Yes. My good old bathroom scale passed away the other day, and we had to throw it away. So Chrissy and I got a new scale, and it's not as fancy as the old one, but it does what it's supposed to do. It shows you what you weigh. So I guess that's all that there is to that. So I'm fine with that. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. I love that. Good morning. I wanted to tell you guys about this neat experience I had this weekend. Sunday was the full blue moon, and I I have been craving just being in the midst of other people who are kind of on the same path as me. I have the Fellowship of Northern Traditions, but I can never get to anything. There's always something happening that I can't go away for a weekend retreat, and that's just been happening over and over and over. Hi, Sonia. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. So about 2 weeks ago, I saw on the news that they were talking about this place called Grimoire Girls Coven. And it's actually a metaphysics store. And I thought, oh, what is this now? And it blew me away that it was on the news, that the news was featuring this business. That's really what sparked my interest. I was like, a news show is showing something spiritual on TV. They hardly even show regular conventional religion, never mind a spiritual store. So I was like, that drew me to it right away. So I looked it up online and I saw that they had different events and that they had a full blue moon event happening. So right away, I thought to myself, I think I might go to that. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Scott. How are you today? Thank you for stopping by. It is good to see you. I was just talking about my spiritual experience this weekend. So I went to this thing on Sunday, and as soon as I walked into the place, it just had this beautiful energy. You ever have that when you walk into a place and you just feel like a good energy flow in your direction? That's what I had. And I thought, this is amazing. The energy already had great, like feng shui, had a really great flow through the place. It had a really nice apothecary section, and it had, a section with tarot cards and books and all different kinds of coven or spirit, witch related stuff. Like they had wands and they had, all the different kinds of things, right? All the things that you would need to like set up your altar and stuff like that. But it was a general, spiritual feeling, not necessarily witch. I mean, it really, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I went into this place wondering, what is this ritual, this full moon ritual going to be like? Is it going to be really specific to a particular coven? Is it going to be armed open? What is it going to be? Well, it turned out to be so armed open, you guys. And there were all different kinds of people. There were all different ethnicities. There were all different ages. People on different spiritual paths. It was just this great mixed group of people. And I'm like, yes, this is exactly awesome. And I bet you I talked to everybody there. Every single person, because I got there early. I got there about a half an hour early, and they have a little couch seating area, and I sat down and I just talked to everyone that wandered in and out of that area, and everybody was just so armed open, and the ritual was beautiful. First it was a class, and then it was the ritual. And it was a generic spiritual, but beautiful, beautiful ritual. And I'm definitely going to do it again. It was fantastic. It was exciting. Yeah. So I was so happy. Hello, Fatima. Good morning. Good morning to you, Fatima. It is good to see you, my friend. Your beautiful face. And so anyways, I'd like to strongly encourage you guys to step outside your comfort zone if you can, and look for places in your area that might be doing little community rituals like this. You don't have to be a giant group joiner. You don't have to like sign your life away. You don't have to just participate with a group of like-minded people who are pouring out that energy. It gives you such a boost, but I'll tell you what, if you walk in and you feel something right away, just turn around and walk out. And I would have. If I would have walked in there and felt anything other than awesome, I would have walked right out. But I felt it right when I hit the door. I felt that energy, and it was positive, and it was bright, and it was hopeful. And I was like, this is amazing. And it's 5 minutes from my house. So it's doable. It's something I can get to. If I only have a day to do something, I can get to that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hey, Jules. Good morning with your bright shininess. Aw, you're so sweet. Here, let's make it really bright and shiny. Let me turn on my lights. Oh, look at that. That's distracting. We'll turn that off for now. But yeah, those are my meditation lights, and they've been working very well. I'm really liking them. I'm trying to like get myself back into the daily habit of meditation. I got away from it for a while, and I'm just taking a couple minutes each day and just sitting and breathing. And that got me thinking, you guys. So what do you guys think about this? We had to set a goal and an intention at this ritual, and I have been feeling a tug to help teach something somewhere, somehow, and my first thought was, well, maybe I can help out at this place. Maybe I can do some talks on different things that are important to me there if they are looking for someone to do that. But then I thought, I've been talking about doing a meditation class forever here on YouTube. And I'm thinking about doing a daily 5-minute meditation, early morning meditation class. Now, I know not all of you live in my time zone, and I do not expect you West Coasters to be getting up at 4 a.m. to come to my meditation class. You don't have to, and I don't expect that of you. But I'm thinking about doing a 6 a.m. Early morning. It would maybe be a little tiny 15-minute show where we meditate together for 5 minutes, and then maybe do prayer requests afterwards so that we can pray for each other. So that's my thought. Let me know what you guys think. If you think that that's a great idea, let me know. If you don't think that's a great idea, let me know. I'm looking for feedback. So thank you. Wow, look at all these people just saying hello. And Katie says, I'm so glad you found your fellowship so close to home. Me too. It needed to be close by, because with all I got going on in my life right now, I can't be driving for 6 hours or 8 hours to get to a retreat and be gone the whole weekend. I just can't do that. It's not feasible for me right now, but I do need that connection. I do need the human connection to help just... There's something what we do here is very special and wonderful. And I am so grateful that I have you guys. And I'm so grateful that you allow me to come to you and help raise your vibes like this. But sometimes I need that energy too. And I need that connection. Does that make sense? So I am glad that I found it. Yeah. And I'm so glad my beautiful partner here in the chat, Taz Naughty, is so giving to me. When she knows that I need to do something, she doesn't stand in my way. She doesn't get threatened by it. She just is like, I love you, you do you. And you do not know how much I appreciate that, Chrissy, my sweet Taz Naughty. Jules says, you never know. Sometimes we might be awake. Okay. All right. Sonia, I love you, girl. But yeah, 4 a.m. is not my vibe. That's okay. That's all right. Yes, at 6 a.m., getting up early and doing it early, and then taking an early morning walk after I'm done. That's sort of what I'm envisioning here. Okay, I'm just reading down the line here. Oh, the other Barb's here now too. Hello, Barb. Good to see ya. Katie says, I'm up at 4 a.m. often. Half the year I am in mountain time, so I'll be there. Okay, well, rock on, Katie. Thanks. I am here for you always. I know, baby. You are so sweet. I love you so much. You don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, you do. All right. Well, I need to get through. Rick has his surgery next week, and I feel like I need to be hyper attentive for him, for right after his surgery. This is his first surgery. He has never been through this before. So I want to be there for him, just to help him navigate through it. In fact, I'm going to have a talk with him tonight about what he can expect as far as pain is concerned, because I feel like he needs to, I don't want to scare him, but I want him to know that abdominal surgery, once the pain meds wear off, can be breathtaking. And if you've ever had it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Jen! Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. You made it. Yay! Hello, neighbor, and the rest of the circus. And Fatima says, I'm up early most mornings. I am here. Oh, okay. Rock on. All right. Well, you know what? Barb, what is night anymore? I know what you mean. What is night anymore? Jewel says, I'm 30 minutes from a town. Love to find my local people. Wow, 30 minutes from a town. Yeah, but you know what? There's a blessing in that too. I go back and forth about that, Jules. I really do. Like, I love living in the city because I love being in close proximity to anything that I might need to get to. But I also crave nature, like crave being in nature, And, Chrissy and I take our walks every night. And I was like, girl, we'll still do our neighborhood walks, but we need to, like, maybe at least on the weekends, get out and walk in a park and take our binoculars with us so that we can do some birding. So that's another thing that I'm hoping to do eventually here. 30 minutes from a town. Wow. Hey, Tez, naughty one. I'm driving. So that was my voice recognition person. My apologies. Yeah, voice sometimes does weird stuff, right? So, man, Katie often does like voice to chat for texting. And sometimes the things that come out are just hilarious. And then we laugh about it and we just goof around with it, Jewel says, I'm up to my eyeballs and nature every day, all of the time. I like it most of the time, almost all the time. But sometimes I just want to get annoyed. Sometimes I just want to get out. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Or get into town or see people. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. I get that. The unfortunate thing about here in Milwaukee is all of the areas that are rural that surround Milwaukee are very expensive to live in, because so many people have kind of fled the city to get into the country. So the areas surrounding Milwaukee are crazy expensive. Crazy. It's unbelievable. Katie says, seems like they update everything except speech to text. It really gets frustrating. Yeah, I know it does. Chrissy says, because I seen a woodpecker this morning outside my door at work. It was pretty cool. So now we will start going to parks to bird watch as well. Yeah. She saw a northern flicker. It was like digging into the ground right outside of her window, messing up all of the mulch, looking for ants and bugs. And she's like, what is this? She sent me a video of it. I'm like, oh, that's a flicker. Cool. That's neat. I love that. Jen says, I feel like you need to get your vehicle and head to Horicard Marsh. Yes. Or the Kettle Moraine to see those birds. Yeah, for sure. I love that area. I love seeing like during the migratory times at Horicard Marsh, when you see all different kinds of like migratory wading birds and duck type birds and geese type birds. I love that. All the cranes, the cranes are there kind of all year round, and the herons. And yeah, I love that place. Yeah. Jill says, yes, get out, be amongst people, and get annoyed, but enjoyed it in the same strange time. Yeah, I know. I gotcha. I feel like um, I would need to be close enough to Milwaukee to be able to get here, but far enough away from Milwaukee that we could actually experience some of the things that you don't normally see here in the city. I used to work at this place way on the north side of Milwaukee. It was right on the edge of Milwaukee County. And right behind our building was a big field and a forest. So we had all kinds of different birds and animals. And there was also like all kinds of nut trees on our property, like hazelnut and walnut, and of course, oaks with acorns. So we would get all different kinds of birds and animals that would eat those nuts too. And that was just really cool to see. I love that. Katie says, I love watching the birds at my bird bath. I keep 2 field guides and my binoculars at the ready. Yeah, that's fun. I love that. Barb says, I need to work on encouraging my hermit. I get that. Something happened to so many of us during COVID, right? Something happened to so many of us during COVID. And I mean, I'm naturally kind of a homebody to begin with. I know I have this personality and I love talking and hanging out with you guys, but I also love my alone time and I love silence. And during COVID, I feel like I got a little bit, I don't know what the word is, a little bit afraid to venture out, and I need to push past that. And I did push past that by going to that little gathering on Sunday. I mean, I pushed past my comfort level because I went by myself. Ask Chrissy, she'll tell you, I hate going anywhere all by myself. I hate that. But if I want to participate in this world, I got to push past that and just do it. So I did. And I made some new friends and it was very wonderful. Jen says, I enjoy the country, but I am so glad to be back to the city. So much more access to my peoples. Small town drama and drugs is not for me. Yeah. Why is the drug thing a thing? Is it just because there's not as much to do? So everybody's doing drugs? I don't know. Yeah, Katie, that's part of it too. Katie says, I have always been a homebody. I get exhausted with a lot of different energy. I do too. That's why when I walk into a place, I pay attention to the energy in that place. That's why I hate going to Walmart. Oh my God, I hate going to Walmart because you walk into Walmart, you get hit by a wave of mixed energies, not necessarily bad all the time, but just this mixed energy that is real. It feels very chaotic to me and it causes me anxiety. I don't like that. Learning to protect myself has made it a lot better. I mean, there were times where I had full-blown meltdowns at Walmart. Ask Chrissy, she'll tell you. But I try to keep myself protected so I can do it if I have to, but I still don't like going there. But I need to release that. Because it does cause some fear now, right? And that's controlling me. So this is something I need to work on, something I need to release. So, Katie says, I don't go to the big box stores, can't get past the front door. Yeah, girl, I understand that. I do. Little shops, no problem. Like if they're like mom and pop shops, easy peasy. Hey, let's read an affirminator. Affirminator. Today's affirminator is perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing and like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. What the burp? This freaking mountain burp, 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 burp. Dang nabbit. Does not look good on a poster. Yeah, they're right. Perseverance. Yep, gotta just keep moving forward. Like Katie always says, a small step forward is still a step forward, right? And sometimes we have to take a couple steps back before we can get forward again. Sometimes you need to take a few steps back so you can gain that momentum to go forward, you know? Sometimes we just need to rest and then move forward. Whew, yes. Let me go back up here. Chrissy says, we need to get out more because if you're a homebody, you're not getting out with people to be immune to different things and you become sick all the time. Well, that is a good point, Chris. That is a good point. Katie says, the thing is avoidance is a form of resistance and resistance gets you blocked. And I keep having to remind myself of that. Yeah, girl, me too. Jill says, yes, please. Barb says, I went to a thrift shop recently, too much stuff and I couldn't stay very long. Yeah, thrift shops tend to, you got to be careful with thrift shops. I love thrifting. I love going to rummage sales. I do. And I love thrifting, but there is a certain kind of energy that attaches to objects that you have to be careful with. You know, if you're walking towards something and all of a sudden you get that, woo, no girl, then take that advice. Take your spirit's advice and be like, no girl, you know, or no boy, you know, whatever you're saying to yourself. Climb Mount Everest with a meme. You can do it. Could you imagine me trying to climb Mount Everest? I look at a poster and it says, you can do it. And I'm like, yes, I can do it. And then I go up there and I look at the mountain and I go, no, I can't. That would be me. Oh, yeah. Chrissy says she gets freaked out by too many people around and when they block her. So I have to hug her and say, it's okay, calm down and give her a minute. Yeah, that's exactly what Chrissy does. Chrissy, I'm so lucky. I am so lucky that I've been partnered with a woman who understands autism. I am so fortunate and so grateful because she can just look at me. She worked with people in a group home who had autism. So she knows what to look for. And she could just look at me and know that something's starting to build up. And she'll just come over and throw her arms around me and go, it's okay, baby. You're okay. You're okay. And she'll just rub my back a little bit. And I feel 100 times better. She is amazing. I'm very lucky. Katie says, I can do secondhand kitchen stuff and some pieces of furniture, but no way can I do secondhand clothing or shoes. I can wash it 1,000 times, but I cannot get the previous wearer's energy off. Wow. Yeah. I haven't had that problem, but I don't buy a lot of used clothes either. You know, I don't. For the most part, the only thing that I buy used off of Poshmark is handbags because I like handbags and I can't pay $5,000 for the handbag that I want. Not that, it's ridiculous. Those prices are ridiculous. Nobody needs to own a $10,000 purse. Nobody needs that. You know, think of all the people that you could help if you spent that money helping people instead of putting it into a freaking handbag. You know what I mean? Girl. That's how I feel about that. But if you own a $10,000 bag, if you're like got a Birkin bag or whatever, good for you. I just can't do that. I can't do that. Baby steps to adjust to the elevation. Yes, right? Right. Oh, J Cat Lady's here. Hi, how are you? It is good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. J Cat Lady says, you can go to China and buy the same handbag for a few dollars. It may not have the little emblem on it, but it's still the same bag, right? Right? I've actually been looking at, there are kits that you can buy, and you can actually make your own bags. You can make your own Birkin bag. You can make your own Coach bag, your own Prada bag. You can make them. It comes with everything, and you just sew it together. It comes with step-by-step instructions, and I've been watching people on YouTube who've been buying them. Now, these kits are still expensive. They're still like $300. But if I could spend $300 to have a bag that looks like it's $25,000, do I need that? No, I don't need that. But I think it's a cool idea. I really do. I think it's neat. I'm always looking for hobbies. I'm always looking for hobbies. Oh. And you'll have a great trip too. Awesome vacation. Who's going on vacation? Who's going on vacation? Oh, to go to China, you mean? To go to China. Yeah. I think it'd be kind of neat to go to China. Maybe not right now. The world is so uneasy right now. I really don't have any desire to travel outside of the United States right now. Maybe in a few years, if you know what I'm saying. Katie says, I'll take a backpack. I love backpacks. I love backpacks. I bought Chrissy a Kate Spade backpack. And who uses it more than she does? This girl. But yeah, I have no problem buying used purses. But I think that that's because when I get them, I refurbish them. I buy them in kind of poor condition and rebuild them back to what they were. You know, that's how I can get them so cheap, you know. And I've that's kind of become a hobby of mine, is to take like a purse that was just junk and put it back together and make it look pretty again. You know, I got several like that, and it's been fun to do. I just got a Coach bag that I refurbished, a big tote, like a big Coach tote, leather Coach tote that I wanted to use so that I could take water and soda with me wherever I go. But I got it for dirt cheap because it was in terrible shape, and I re-sewed it and conditioned the leather and cleaned the inside and outside, let it sit with quartz crystals in it for a day, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It has great energy. Put it all back together, and it was fun to do that. Katie says, I've never been into, I'm going to say that she was saying trendy popular name brands. I don't understand why you pay an exorbitant amount of just because some Yahoo's name is on it. Yeah. Well, some of it is about quality. You know, a really good handbag could last you a lifetime if you take care of it, you know, and I like that. And I like the attention to detail and just the craftsmanship that are in a lot of them. That's my jam. You know, I don't expect it to be everybody's. I don't buy designer clothes. I don't spend tons of money on makeup or skin products. I do spend a little bit of money on shoes because I feel like your feet have to be happy in order for you to be happy. That's really the only thing that I buy brand new, name brand. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is just kind of t-shirts, jeans, you know, whatever. But I do like a good handbag. I really do. Kelly says, I'm not feeling well this morning. Sorry for not contributing to the chat, but I'm listening and enjoying the company. Hey, Kelly, it's okay. It's okay. I can feel your energy, and that's all that matters to me, you know, because I love you. I love you, my friend. Jen, sending you love and healing light. Let's all send her some love and healing light. Let's all take a moment. Let's bring our attention to our beautiful friend Kelly. I want you to picture her smiling, laughing. Her laugh is infectious. Okay, her laugh is infectious. So think of her smiling, laughing, feeling good, feeling full of energy. And let's just draw down that energy right through our crown chakra, right through us to our heart chakras. Let's pull that energy in, feel it coming down, feeling it move through us, feel it coming into our hands. Let's feel that energy just building and building and building into a big ball of healing, green healing light. And then let's send it off to Kelly. Let's send it in her direction. And just picture her healthy, happy, feeling good, feeling full of energy, feeling full of love and light. And so it is. We love you, Kelly. We love you. Oh, yeah, you never have to apologize. I agree with Katie. Chemo sucks, says Katie. Feel the love, Kelly. Hopefully it's a great time, Jen, and the cat don't escape. Yeah, we don't want cats to escape. Our cat tries to escape all the time, doesn't she? Doesn't she? She sits by the back door and she'll go, meow, meow. Or she'll be in the kitchen, and if you just walk into the kitchen, she goes running for the back door like, please open the door for me. I would like to escape and kill a bird. Aw, Kelly says, I am so blessed. You are blessed. You are, because we love you. We love you so much. We do. What time is it? It is 10:37. All right. Well, I'm going to do a reading for you guys. So I'm starting with 2 new decks for this month. I'm going to be using the Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle, which is by Athena Laz. This one right here, Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle. And I am pairing that up. Some room for myself here. The Spirit Song Tarot, which is by Pauline Fay. Spirit Song Tarot. And I gotta admit, I was drawn to this tarot because of the dragonfly on the top. I was like, ooh, dragonflies. If you know me, you know I got a thing for dragonflies. I love them. All right. So let me get these cards shuffled. Let's ask the angels to protect us. Let's ask the spirits of the land and my home, the Landvatir and the Husvatir, to surround us. And let's ask our ancestors to give us wisdom. What do we need to know for the rest of this week, Spirit? Please and thank you, and I love you. All right, let me get these shuffled. Do you hear Ruben out there? He's going. Oh, Teresa, you like dragonflies too? Yeah. Look above Hun about the cats and the dogs. All right, let me do that real quick here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss things in the chat, and I apologize for that. Jen says... Oh. I'm leaving today to do a doggy, kitty, and fish sit for the next week for a lifelong friend who's heading to Tennessee. I'm glad to do this for her. Pray for me. 3 shepherds and a Houdini cat. Oh, no. Well, that might be fun. Just kind of getting away, get into a different space with a different energy. All right, this is the one we're using. Ooh, I like that. Ruben is whistling away. All right, let me grab a tarot card here. Yeah, he last night we had our women's support group with Sonia from Coffee Chat Oracle, which is fantastic, you guys. If you're a woman and you are looking for a group of people who are non-judgmental, sweet, and honest listeners, I would suggest coming out and hanging with us because we are a lot of fun, and it's just really, I don't know, to me it seems like I feel like I'm benefiting from this just because I can be vulnerable in a space and not have to worry about it. You know, I can, and it's just a great group of people. And Sonia is an excellent facilitator. She is the embodiment of kindness, the embodiment of grace and generosity. As far as her spirit is concerned, she's just really good at facilitating things. She's also really good at reining us in because sometimes, you know, all of us are like, and sometimes go off on tangents. And she's like, okay, ladies, let's rein it in. This is what we're focusing on. And I appreciate her gentleness in that, you know, and her patience with us. So, all right. So what do we got here? We have, first of all, fierce positivity. Can you guys see that? Oh, I wish my camera was better. I got to get a better something. Fierce positivity. And that's card number 35. So that's an 8 for all you numerology people out there. Fierce positivity. But we also have the Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles in a normal deck. And it features a camel, and it says on it, endurance and determination. Endurance and determination. So this is weird that these two cards would come up together because I was literally thinking about this today, and maybe Spirit is saying, you know, I placed that on your heart for a reason, and now I want you to talk about it. But I was thinking today about the work necessary, the work that you have to put in. This isn't on anybody else. This isn't up to anybody else. This is up to you. The work that you need to put in to stay positive. Your positivity should not be dependent upon your environment, your job, your partner, your family, your friends. Your positivity starts in you. And practicing fierce positivity, that takes some doing. That is not always easy. What does fierce positivity look like? It looks like getting out of bed and stubbing your toe and still finding a way to be grateful. Ow, I hurt my toe, but man, am I glad I got that big toe. What would my life look like if I didn't have that big toe? You know, all the bills are coming in at once. I don't have enough money to pay everything right now. Man, am I grateful that I can pay at least some of them. And I am so grateful that the universe always seems to provide. The universe always seems to get me through this. Practicing fierce positivity is not easy, but yes, Teresa, very well said. It is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. Happiness is dependent. Your happiness is dependent upon you and how you think about things. You know, not anybody else. It's not anybody else's job to make you happy. Yes. Oh, what is Chrissy's saying? It was great seeing you all, but my connection is terrible. Dali keeps coming in and out. More time is circling. Take care. Much love. I love you too, Chrissy. Thank you for coming for as much as you could way out in Muskego. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, sunflowers too. I was thinking the same thing. These are like, for me, sunflowers are like the big happy flower, you know. I remember being a kid, my grandma and grandpa used to grow sunflowers in the garden in the backyard here at this house. And I was always very excited when they would bloom and I could see their big happy faces and I could watch their centers kind of turning black as the summer progressed. And I knew that pretty soon we'd be harvesting those sunflower seeds. Grandma would be baking them in the oven to roast them. And it was just exciting. And sometimes we didn't get any because the birds would harvest them for us, you know, and that was okay because the birds were happy, you know. So, yeah. They always face the sun. Yes, they're like meerkats. They're like meerkats, always looking for that sunshine, right? I think that that's super cool. I love them. And our neighbor down on the corner has some of the prettiest colors I've ever seen in sunflowers. I didn't realize until they started growing all the different varieties of sunflowers, just how many different sunflower varieties there are. You know, they have a really pretty harvest looking one. It's almost like a pumpkin, well, you know, I love orange, right? So of course I'm attracted to this. It's almost like a pumpkin orange color with a brown center. And they're sunflowers. They're just like the other sunflowers in there, but they're just a different color. And I'm like, wow, look at all these different sunflowers. That's so cool. And they always face the sun. And that's like the one sure thing that we've got in this world. No matter what, that sun rises every day. It might be behind the clouds sometimes, but it always comes up. It is a sure thing that the sun is going to rise, right? It's a sure thing that we're going to be able to watch the moon go through its cycles. You know, it's a sure thing. It still is a sure thing, thank goodness, that early in the morning, I hear the robins singing. I hear the doves singing. Sometimes the doves are up very early. Sometimes the robins too, like 3 a.m. You hear the robins and the doves out there all making all kinds of crazy noise. Hey, Sylvia, how are you? It is good to see you. It is good to see you, my friend. I am glad that you stopped by. You rock. That made my day, Sylvia. Thank you. Well, you all do. You all make my day. You can eat the stalk of a sunflower? I did not know that. What does it taste like? Asparagus? What does it taste like? Have you ever had it? Teresa, have you ever had it? Oh, girl, me too. Sylvia says, I'm enjoying the longer daylights. Me too. I super appreciate it. And you live far enough north where you really feel the difference, right? I guess we all do. Everybody gets more sun in the summertime. I guess it doesn't matter where you are. But up here, up north, way up north there, hey, we really feel it here. We really feel it here. You know, I love that I can go out for a walk at 8 o'clock at night and it's still light out. You know, that I love that so much. Oh, we're singing. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Yeah. Yep. peel it and just eat the tender part. I have not had it, but it says it tastes sort of like cabbage or celery. Oh, okay. I would eat it. I'll try anything. I'll try anything. You know, I know it's crazy. Well, no, I will not try anything. I don't think I would eat a scorpion. I don't think I would eat a scorpion. I mean, I guess if I was starving, I would eat a scorpion. If I could put it over a fire and you know, turn it into like popcorn. Oh. But plants, yeah, I like plants. You guys want to see my mushrooms? They're not growing yet. They're still in the mycelium stage. Let me take the top off here. It's getting there though. I'm waiting for this entire bag to turn white. Okay. Right now, I just broke up the substrate and I'm allowing the mycelium to repopulate now the entirety of the bag. This is a mix of substrate and grains. And once it's all white, then I can go to the second stage and actually put down more substrate, plant this into this. This is a monopod. This is a monopod, so it'll go into the monopod with the filters on the sides and such. And it'll get 12 hours of sunlight and 12 hours of darkness. And then eventually I will have some mushrooms. So I'm just waiting on that to do its thing. Hopefully it will very soon be ready. Yes, there's lots of mycelium in there, but I want it to be like so packed, so white, you know. That's what they say on all the YouTube videos that I've watched on it is don't rush it. Don't do it too early. Let it get nice and white. So that's what I'm waiting on right now is for that bag to turn white. And then it'll be another like 2 weeks or so before I can harvest them. And then I gotta dry them out. And then I was talking to Sonia and Sonia showed me where I could get little capsules that I could like microdose with them. So I'll be doing that. Because my intention is not to get loopy. I don't want to be loopy. I don't need to see my walls pulsating. I just want to microdose and sort of just help me spiritually. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have them. Let me go back up here. Okay, Sylvia says, I like the sun even through the car, even if I'm indoors. I like that it gets dark after 8 p.m. We have a good 3 months of longer daylight after 8 p.m. Even in September and October, it's light until 7. That's right. I love that too. And I'm far enough northward. That's kind of what I experience as well. I remember going to Texas. The first time I went to Texas it was like towards December. And I was shocked that it was still light out at 7 o'clock. I was like, it's dark at 4:30 in the afternoon back home. Teresa says, I thought it was interesting though. I went on one of those tangents looking at edible parts of plants that we didn't know. Yeah, that's good to know that stuff, you know. That is very good to love that. Katie loves shrooms. Yeah, I'm just hearing so much about the positive benefits of this particular type of plant medicine. So I am going to give it a shot. I don't have any allergies to mushrooms and I just want to give it a shot. I am someone who appreciates plant medicine so much. You know, I would love to have a plant medicine alternative to everything. When I was at that metaphysics store this weekend, I bought a tincture of natural antibiotics that's made from lichen. And talking to the apothecary lady there, you know, she was explaining the scientific reasons behind why lichen works for many different things, and how so many traditional people have used it as a medicine for thousands and thousands of years, and that getting away from that, has been more harm than good. Oh, my stomach is growling. Did you guys hear that? I hope you didn't. It's going craziness. J. Cat Lady says, there are so many fruits and vegetables that we don't have here in the United States that would be so good for us if we could at least get it shipped in. Right? Right? And maybe that's what we need to do. We need to start growing those things here, if you've got a greenhouse. Like I know Kelly's got a greenhouse. I don't know if any of you other people out there have a greenhouse. I want to get a greenhouse, put it on the far back of my property, and maybe grow some things that require more humidity that I can control inside of a greenhouse that I can't control in the outdoors, keep things growing a little bit longer. I was even thinking about, and maybe Kelly, this is something you could do. I don't know, because your greenhouse is really close to your house. But I was thinking about building a rocket stove that like goes underneath the greenhouse and warms the pavers that will be underneath it, and to keep the temperature warmer longer, even through the night. Just things I'm thinking about, because my brain never stops working. Oregano oil is an antibiotic. I have oregano oil. I don't take it on a regular basis, but when I feel something going on with like my kidneys, I always take oregano oil. A friend of mine that I used to work with at Best Place told me about that. She told me about oregano oil, so I keep some of that on hand as well. Kelly says, pro tip, put your greenhouse next to another structure so it doesn't fly away in storms. Yes, that is actually something I got to think about. But if I put it on the far back of our property, my neighbor's garage, which is on the north side, it's the north side of my property, the neighbor's garage would block the wind without blocking the sun, because the sun comes from kind of the south, from the southeast to the southwest. So it would still get full south and west exposure and some east exposure. So that's where my head is going. Let's see. Teresa says, I love that idea about the rocket stove. I think that's a great idea for a greenhouse. Yeah. I mean, I would just like, you build it in such a way so that you have an angled chute. So you could just put a giant log in that just keeps slipping down and burning throughout the night. You know what I mean? And a big log, like I think it's like a 5-foot by 6-inch log will burn for like 6.5 or 7 hours. I don't sleep any longer than that anyway, right? If I sleep 6 hours, I have had a fantastic night's sleep. Okay. So I'd be up anyways to be able to refeed it. So I don't know. It's just ideas in my head, because I never stop thinking. Sonia says, so many great properties of oregano oil, but I can't stand the taste. Going to start cooking with it to help dilute the intensity. Yeah, oregano definitely has a strong flavor, doesn't it? It really does. I love it on Italian food, but I have it in capsule form. It's like or is it a gel? It's like a gel, like a gel cap, kind of like how vitamin D is. It's like a gel like that. So you don't really taste it, and it doesn't have a strong taste. Yes, and it's a heat bench inside the greenhouse to warm the roots. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Sonia says, I use tea tree oil in making my own disinfectant. Yeah, tea tree oil is amazing stuff. Katie says, I use Misfit Markets and I grew a new... I use oh my God. Hang on. I use Misfits Market and I get new fresh fruit and veggies that are new. I'm getting fiddlehead ferns this week as an example. Yeah, that's neat. Teresa says, yeah, gel caps. J Cat Lady says, rocket stoves help keep Europeans alive over the years. They could use them, whatever was combustible in them, even manure. Yes. Yes, and they do it in such a way too. I love how, that's actually what got me thinking about it, is seeing videos where like Swedish people and Norwegians have made rocket stoves in their house, and then they make that big long bench that kind of goes off into the house that's constantly radiating heat. And then they take the pipe and send it up through the house and just continue that cob around it all the way through. So the upstairs stays warm and the downstairs stays warm. And the upstairs isn't as warm as the downstairs, but you kind of want that at night for sleeping. You don't want to be hot for sleeping. You could put blankets on, and as long as, you know, you're above 60 degrees, you're going to be fine, right? And that got me thinking about how, well, why don't we use that in a greenhouse? Just have that warming bench that kind of goes down the center, with the stones also radiating out into the greenhouse so that the heat is just carried up. And then it's a heat mass, and it holds the heat, releases the heat all night long. I can just cover my greenhouse at night, and that heat should stay in there, you know? So I don't know, stuff to think about. Stuff to think about. Katie says, because of my resident art, we use a lot of isopropyl alcohol, so I make my own cleaner and a few drops of that in it for a disinfectant. Yeah, alcohol's good stuff. I have 99% pure isopropyl alcohol that I use for all different kinds of stuff, and I have it in a little spray bottle right here. See, I put alcohol on it so I don't accidentally, you know, spray it all over my face or something. Why would I do that? Sonia uses it for her sinuses. Oh, or no, Barb uses it for her sinuses. Sonia says, great idea. I got the actual oil. I'll have to get the capsules. Yeah, the capsules work great. So many great ways to use it. Yes. J Cat Lady says, Northern Chinese would make their bed on top of that long flat bench. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Katie says, they recommend if you take oregano oil, please make sure that you take black seed oil along with it to help flush any parasites that you may be killing from the oregano oil out of your digestive system. Oh, it makes me go when I think about parasites being in me. I know that we all have parasites, but that word just makes me oogly. Teresa says, yes, and in the heat of summer, that mask cools the space as well. Right, because you're not burning in anything, and that air is moving in, going underground, and then coming back out again, and it just keeps it kind of almost like an evaporative cooler, right? Well, you guys, it is 11:03. I've gone over, so I'm going to end this right now. So, Sonia, are you doing a show on Friday? I just wanted to make sure. I think you are, but I don't know if that's changed. So I'm going to say, are you doing a show on Friday? If so, her show is at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's 8:30 Pacific and 11:30 East Coast. So that's on Friday. Watch for her. She's amazing. Love going to her show. It's Coffee Chat Oracle. Yep, she's live. Okay, so she'll be live at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. So be there or be square. She's amazing. You guys will love her. If you've never been to her show, her heart is just so huge. You will love her. Teresa says, vinegar can be used to produce spray on produce to kill germs. Totally food safe. Just rinse to remove the flavor. Okay. I use vinegar. I use vinegar as a cleaner in my house. I clean with vinegar because vinegar does not bother my parrot. So I like to use it. Katie says, you're funny. You got parasites on your eyelashes, girl. They're all over us. I don't want to hear that. Okay, everybody's saying goodbye. Oh, Katie will be a PT, so she's going to miss Sonia. Oh, we all understand what's going on there. Anyways, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here today. You guys are so amazing, and I will see you all again very soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dali loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dali needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dali loves you.